You buy one coffee. The screen spins around. 20%, 25, 30. Someone is watching. You tap. That's a tip. Nobody made you leave it. And it won't be the only money you hand over this month for nothing in return. The birthday present. The round of drinks you offered to buy. The sponsor form for a colleague's charity run. The wedding envelope that cost more than the outfit you wore to it. None of it was owed. All of it was your choice. And almost none of it you could properly explain. So that's what this video is about. Why human beings hand over money they'd rather keep. And it isn't simple generosity. We know, because researchers asked. 63% of Americans hold at least one negative view about tipping. 41% say tipping culture has gotten out of control. 38% admit they tip because they feel obligated, no matter how good the service was. We resent it. We pay anyway. There are 5 hidden forces behind that, and they run through everything from a coffee tip to a charity appeal. Force number 3 is so backwards that charities deliberately design around it. They make you suffer, because suffering makes people pay almost twice as much. And this isn't small money. Spread across a life, the tips and gifts and rounds and donations add up to thousands of dollars, handed over in 3-second decisions you never really made. The forces behind those decisions are strange enough that in a moment I'll show you an experiment where telling people about more suffering made them give less money. Same charity, same afternoon. Once you can see all 5, you can't unsee them. Force 1. Force 1. You're not being generous. You're being watched. The tip screen did something clever. It took a private decision, how much do I actually want to give, and moved it in front of an audience. The barista. The queue behind you. A 3-second window to decide what kind of person you are. 38% of Americans say those pre-entered screens annoy them, and they still tap. You can even watch the resistance building. In 2021, 23% said they always tipped a coffee shop barista. By 2025, that was down to 18. The screen isn't asking. It's watching. And being watched costs money. But that only explains the small stuff. It doesn't explain the big stuff. For that, Force 2. In 1987, a toddler fell down a well in Texas. She was trapped for more than 2 days, and the whole country watched. Strangers sent so much money that by the time she turned 25, her trust fund was worth roughly $800,000. One child, hundreds of thousands of dollars. Meanwhile, statistics about thousands of children get almost nothing. Researchers put a number on this. In a 2007 study, people were given $5 and a chance to donate it to save the children. Told about millions of hungry children in Africa, they gave $1.14 on average. Shown one named 7-year-old girl, Rokia, they gave $2.38. More than double, for fewer people. Now here's the part that should bother you. A third group got the girl and the statistics together. Their giving collapsed back down to $1.43. Adding the scale of the problem didn't unlock more generosity. It shut it down. In another version, the researchers simply explained the bias to people first. Told them we react to faces, not figures. Giving to the identifiable child dropped from $2.83 to $1.26. And giving to the statistics? It didn't rise at all. Teaching people about the flaw didn't make them fairer. It just made them give less. Compassion has a maximum resolution, and that resolution is 1. If you like knowing how money actually works underneath the surface, subscribe. It tells me to make more of these. Force 3. The one I promised you, and the strangest of all. Ask yourself why charities make people run marathons. Why they hold silent auctions where you sit in a cold room, or sponsored fasts, or ice baths. Wouldn't it be easier to just ask? In 2013, 2 researchers tested exactly that. They offered people a charity fundraiser in 2 versions. A pleasant picnic, or a painful 5-mile run. Same cause. Same money going to the same place. For the picnic, people pledged about $13.88. For the run, $23.87. The harder version raised 70% more. And in their biggest experiment, with over 350 people, the painful option raised more than 3 times as much. Across their studies, painful fundraisers raised roughly 94% more on average. The researchers called it the martyrdom effect, and it's strongest for causes involving human suffering. Pain doesn't put people off. Pain makes the gift feel like it counted, which tells you something uncomfortable about what we're really buying. Force 4. Force 4. You're not buying the outcome. You're buying the feeling. Economists have a name for it. The warm glow. The idea that we don't only give because we want the problem solved. We give because giving feels good, and because of who it makes us, for a moment. And there's a test for this. If we mainly cared about the result, we'd check the result. A 2010 study of 4,000 donors found that 9 in 10 said they cared about how well a charity performs. 3 in 10 actually researched one, and 3 in 100 gave based on which charity performed best. We'll read 6 reviews before buying a $40 gadget. We'll donate $40 on a feeling and never look again. That's not hypocrisy. It's just a different purchase than the one we think we're making. You weren't funding a result. You were funding a version of yourself. Which brings us to the last force. And this one is the reason all of this survives. Force 5. Giving money away buys you something money can't buy directly. A claim on other people. Right now, in more than 89 countries, people run something economists call a rotating savings association. In India, it's a chit fund. In Mexico, a tanda. In West Africa, susu. In Egypt, a gamaya. Everyone puts in a fixed amount every month. Each month, one person takes the whole pot. No bank. No contract. No collateral. By the World Bank's numbers, around a quarter of adults in sub-Saharan Africa have used a savings club like this. In India alone, chit fund deals were valued at around $200 billion in 2015. On paper, it makes no sense. You hand your salary to your neighbors and hope. But the collateral was never money. It's the fact that everyone knows. Default, and you don't lose a credit score. You lose your entire social world. And that's the same machinery underneath the round of drinks you bought, the wedding gift you couldn't afford, the friend you lent money to and never chased. You weren't being reckless. You were buying a place in a group that will catch you later. So put the 5 together. We give when we're watched. We give to a face, not a number. We give more when it hurts. We give for the feeling, not the fix. And we give to buy a place among people. Notice what's missing from that list. Almost none of it is about the money arriving somewhere. It's about what the money does to us on the way out. Which means the question we started with was wrong. It was never why do people give money away. Every one of those 5 was a purchase. Of belonging, of relief, of status, of a self-image, of insurance against a bad year. Money can't buy those things directly. Giving it away is the only currency that works on them. So you never gave it away. You bought something that isn't for sale. And you paid in the one currency that's accepted. Next time that screen spins around, you'll at least know what you're buying. I'm the Cost Bunny. Come back tomorrow. I'll show you another way your brain plays tricks with your money.